Episode 104.
One of the best episodes ever.
Yes, we are a man down again this week, but it's Scottie that is absent.
Yes. We're slowly turning into a two-man podcast with rotating roles.
Yes, exactly. But it was we done a job. We waffled.
Yeah.
Back from the day when it was just the two of us.
Yeah, it was good times.
We missed you sitting down last week, to be fair.
I missed it, to be honest now.
Yeah,
I was very sad now. I listened to the podcast and I was like, I missed it.
There was too much pressure on me last week to do the camera. But this week we talked about actually a load of random things. I can't even name it. We talked about Halloween, talked about being away, we talked about our weekends, we talked about so many things. It's hard to actually pin down exactly what the theme of the podcast was this week. So you just have to listen through it. And hopefully it all makes sense in the long run. I have no idea if it will or not.
Yeah, we had a bit of news. We had a mixture of everything, technically all our past.
Don't worry, the Waffle Game is in there though.
The Waffle Game was there, shellbombs were there. Oh, we did it. We did it all, man. We did it all. We handled this.
What's your name, John?
My name is John. I'm John. You just said it. John is my name. So we're going to name the podcast.
Do we just call it that?
What's your name, John? I am going to call the podcast Bertie's Been in Your Bed.
I was going to go with hot tubs and pizza.
Oh, it's eerie, but yeah, it sounds good.
What will we go with?
We don't have. Technically, it's a 1v1 vote. So how do we vote?
Well, Scottie's going to edit this, so he can decide.
Okay, we're leaving it.
It'd be a surprise for us.
Scottie, it's over to you.
Okay, so episode 4. You'll find out when Scottie edits us.
Yep.
We messed that up altogether.
Sure, look.
Yes, you did, you pair of feckin' Egypts. I was half tempted to name the episode Scottie is Great or Scottie is So Wonderful, but instead I'm going to go with episode 104, Bertie's Been in Your Bed.
Love that song.
It feels a bit weird that Scottie's not here.
This is actually like the old days.
This is what it would have been like if we never met Scottie.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the episode should be about.
I don't know. It's this
the way life would be if we didn't meet Scottie.
The way it's like right now, we're in comfort at the moment.
Yeah, because it's just me and you, John.
Cup of tea, biscuits, kitchen table,
screens, everything set up.
Full tech here.
Loads of space. It's so cramped over in Scottie's.
It is. Who wants to be in a studio when when you have a podcast?
Exactly. This is episode 104, and Scottie's MIA again.
How many times has he been MIA?
That is a good question. I'm not sure.
I don't think he's been MIA that much. Maybe 2 in total.
Well, we've been here. This is the second time we've been here.
Yeah, and we fell apart the last time.
We fell apart. So at least this time Scottie gave us the equipment. So we're using Scottie's equipment.
I had a meeting with
that
Scottie there
well.
today. A handover meeting.
Because Scottie, as you would have heard last week on episode 103, is that he's going to see a band, Royal Blood, tonight.
I was asking about that Royal Blood because I've never heard of them.
They are not like the Whistling Donkeys.
No, but like he said, they were huge. And like it's like obviously I'm not in that genre of music, but the way that he described the size of them, and I googled them, they are pretty big. Like,
but it's like kind of bands like that. They're big with their following.
Yeah. But
if you don't follow them because they're not mainstream, you don't know who they are.
Yeah. Because I was trying to compare. I was like saying, are they as big as? Well,
that's what I was doing last week. If you haven't heard it, it's episode 103.
Very good.
You were missing last week.
I was missing.
So it's 2 2s in a row.
Yeah, that is actually 2. So you're to go next week. Do you want a day off next week? You're due a day off.
Yeah. So we are Oh, sorry, you were going to say something about genres and music. Sorry.
No, I was kind of
cut you off.
I was comparing them. I was like, are they as big as Big Generator? Like, not thinking they're that big. And he went, they're bigger. And I said, as big as Chasing Abby? And he said, no, much bigger. I said, bigger than Picture This? He said, much bigger.
Oh,
and I was
wow.
going to say as big as U2X, but he stopped me there and he said they're about as big as they wouldn't be as big as Arctic Monkeys, but they'd be close enough.
And they're, I can't remember where he said they were on today actually.
Well, it's probably up in the Olympic Theatre.
So that's quite a big gig.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, Jesus, that's a big gig. But I'll play. I told him I'd play a few of their songs on Spotify next time I'm driving up to work. See if I can.
They've actually got a lot of songs, right, John?
Mm.
Do you know what really bugs me?
What?
Yahoo search engine.
Who uses that?
I know, but for some reason, sometimes it just comes back on my laptop, and I don't know why. And I go into settings, and I delete it as default browser. I deleted it even as an option, and it just keeps coming back.
There's something there. You have to go into like your settings, and there's a Yahoo secure search there
I don't know.
somewhere.
There's just something like it's a bit impressive the way it keeps coming back.
It's a vicious circle. Yeah, well, you have to do something, and it happens all the time.
Anyway, yeah, it's just really annoying because Yahoo just does not bring up the same answers as Google does, and it's annoying. And it's annoying to use. I just don't know even why it's a thing anymore. Anyway, yes, this is episode 104. So hopefully you enjoyed episode 103 with me and Scottie last week. For the life of me, I can't remember what we talked about because once again, this is a bank holiday Monday. I have no notes.
I can remember because I listened to it.
Oh
actually.
yes, our favorite 11 football 11
football stuff. Now, I do apologise to anybody who doesn't like football because I was not someone that likes football, and that's why they do it when I'm away.
Yeah, you just kind of tuned out, wasn't it?
Yeah, but no, it just couldn't. I tuned out that part basically. I listened to the best parts: the intro, JB Waffle Hour.
They are the best parts.
The Waffle Game, and the intros and all that kind of stuff. Great crack he's had.
Damien was on, of course. Said about Coleman. And he thinks it's just because we don't like Everton. But in fairness, Seamus Coleman, obviously a great footballer as well. He could have been there. We just decided on Finnan. I don't know why.
Did we tag any of those footballers? Would they have listened to us?
I don't know. I tagged Paul McGrath for our discussion on him, whether he plays right or left centre back.
And what was the result?
I don't think Lee Carsey was good enough to be in that midfielder.
So what did you do?
Oh my God, we have to stagger our tea. We both took tea at the same time there.
Oh yeah,
a silent spot.
We're tea timed.
Yeah, tea timed. And then Rob was on about Phil Babb and Shane Duffy. I do like Shane Duffy, but I still think Richard Dunn was
a
a
lot
bit
of
better.
them names I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
Are they all managers now?
Well, Shane Duffy's still playing.
He still plays. Who does he play?
He's the current centre half.
Is he not like 50?
Not Shane. No, that's Damien Duff.
Is his brother?
No, it's because this is Shane Duffy.
Okay.
It's got a Y.
I thought it was just a plural.
Better do it before you actually do tune out. To make sure you like, rate, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. So we had a nice few followers. Instagram obviously wrecks my head too. The listeners went up and then they went back down because, as you always say, there's like these kind of bot followers and things, so they kind of feck off every now and again.
They follow you, so you'd follow them, and then if you don't follow them back, they're like,
yeah. But
screw you guys.
We're improving the whole time, though. To be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a random episode. Bank holiday Monday is always like that. We're just so unprepared.
No, I wouldn't say unprepared. Just a bit more relaxed. It's like, it's the
bit more relaxed.
Part. Like, we are the Waffle Hour, and we got to go back to our roots of waffling. You know,
waffling.
Yeah.
So do we do news because Scottie's not here? Or was the news is that Scottie's not here?
Let's do. How was your weekend, Bertie?
Oh yeah, okay. So weekend. So I was away up in the Slieve Gullion region, up in Armagh Down area.
Oh, very nice.
I went glamping.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the cottages that we went to. It was really nice now. I don't know whether it was a shed or whatever, a converted shed maybe. But yeah. So me and Nikki, Jane, Sarah all headed up there for the weekend.
Oh, little couples retreat.
That's it. There's some hot tubbing as well.
Oh.
So all pods or the glamping things all have hot tubs with them.
Right.
So that was good crack.
And like, did you go up there to go glamping in that area because like there was a mountain nearby or like touristy, or did you stay in that place for like 2 days just chilled?
Yeah, I stayed in that place for 2 days and just went out and had dinner and went for a walk then yesterday and stuff. But the reason, like, I followed them, I think I seen them on TikTok. Someone was there and, you know, they do the influencer TikTok review or whatever. And I liked them ages and ages ago. And then it just never fitted with time and going or whatever. Going that way because it's not that far from home, like. I suppose if you're only going for the weekend, it's grand to go close. But, like, it's probably too close to be, like, your holiday or whatever.
Yeah.
So I booked it a while ago then for this weekend, bank holiday weekend. And it was really good. I'm happy that we went up and I went. And like that, it wasn't too far to go. Because like we left at lunchtime on Saturday and I think we were up there 4:10.
That's grand time. Yeah. And would you go again to the same place?
It's nice now for the weekend away. Like Newry's grand and there's loads of food places and stuff to do in Newry. And then we went to the Moor Mountains for a walk as well, a 10k walk, which is really good. Nice. We got a little bit wet, but that's why you always go prepared. Bring the spare clothes. That's what you need.
Well, you go loads of places, so we're going to have to do some kind of segment, Bertie reviews or something like that.
But restaurant reviews or
yeah, we could do all that kind of stuff. But like, obviously you have to have like a tagline or something like Bertie came to your space reviews. Bertie's coming review. Yeah.
I'm not sure what I would think of. You're getting dangerously close to the an OnlyFans page.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Bertie reviews. Yeah, okay. Bertie's been near you. Review. We could do something like that. Okay, let us think about that.
Instead of 4 in a bed, Bertie's in your bed.
Yeah. Bertie slept in your bed when you weren't there. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
But if you're going up that direction, it's a nice spot, isn't it? Like a small little village.
Yeah.
But it's only like 10 minutes from Newry.
Yeah.
It's only like not that far from Carlingford.
Fire any fireworks when you're up there? 25
minutes from Carlingford. Yeah. What's the story with fireworks? Are they actually legal to have in Northern Ireland?
Yeah, they're totally legal in Northern Ireland. Yeah.
Oh, because we were seeing the signs, and I was thinking, I wonder if they're just legal to sell but illegal to use.
I'm not too sure on these.
Because like literally there's signs saying fireworks for sale.
Yeah.
And if you're a criminal and you're selling things that you shouldn't be selling, I don't think you'd advertise with a sign on the edge of the road.
Everybody has to mark it. That's why evil empires have a logo. You still have to mark it. But
that's true.
But no, it's legal up there. That's why a load of young lads used to go up to Newry, buy a load of fireworks, and come back down to Ireland and sell them. Do you remember them days?
Yeah, I was telling them about Davy Garner.
Not Davy, he used to do that, didn't he?
Should we beep that out? I was telling them about Beep when he used to go up and buy fireworks.
No, let's get him in trouble.
I remember going over to his house and his whole sitting room was just like, it was like you were up in, where is it called, Jonesboro, isn't it?
Oh Jesus, you get like a market.
Oh yeah, and you go over and he goes, yeah, that's where all the screamers and the Roman candles, they're your rockets, and you're buying fireworks off them.
Them be with the days. You don't like, I don't even know, I hear fireworks going off around Kildare here all the time now. And like, it's a sign of the times or something like that, or maybe I'm just old, but I have no idea where to buy fireworks now. Usually there's...
Well, I've seen 7 signs up in Newry if you want.
But like in Ireland, like
yeah, there was always like some lad selling them or whatever, and you get them. Them black cats were very dangerous, though. I didn't like them.
They're little sticks of dynamite. Fucking lethal, yeah. You blew your hand off.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the food up in Newry, some nice places, and it's we went to a pizza place yesterday evening, and it was really nice. Like if you're looking for kind of really authentic, I suppose would it be? Can't remember the name of it.
Like authentic Irish food or Italian?
No, Italian.
Italian. Love a good Italian place now.
Can't remember what it's called. Something begin with S anyway.
Tuscany.
I really should have wrote these places down that we went to. Or actually, do I have the receipt? No, I don't have the receipt in my pocket. Yeah, that was really nice. And then we went to, was it Courtney's or something? It was called. That was quite nice actually as well. A little bit dearer than the Italian place. They were right beside each other on the quay along. I don't know, is there a river or a canal in Newry? I'm not sure. And
was the glamping place you're in is obviously self-catering, like you can cook,
yeah. So you had like cooked. Yeah, so you had a little kitchen now. You had no oven or anything. They have an air fryer and a microwave and a kettle and a little sink and a little hob.
But like you're saying, you're glamping. So glamping is usually what, a fancy tent.
Yeah, well, I say glamping because it's on a glamping site.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what other way to say it, because it wasn't a shepherd's hut or a pod or anything like when we went to Dungarvan and we were in the pod.
Yeah.
Which was actually really nice. The kitchen actually in that pod in Dungarvan was probably bigger than the one we had last night.
No way.
So whether it was a farm or whatever, and they converted like a little shed into 2 little cottages, or whether it was a cottage there or not, I don't know. But yeah, so it was kind of small kitchen stuff, but it was grand. And I enjoy being away, because like we've obviously gone away a lot on our own. It's nice to go away with someone then as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice actually.
Nicky's away to Rome in the morning.
Oh, very fancy.
He's a busy week.
He's a bit of a busy,
and he's
busy
going
globetrotter.
Yeah, he's back on Thursday, and then he's going racing in Belfast on Friday. I really shouldn't be giving Nicky's whole diary away, I don't know.
Where's he going to be on Monday the 19th?
Yeah, not at home.
So his house is empty.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. No, good stuff. So you had a really exciting...
What did you do on your weekend? Because it was a long weekend with the bank holiday.
It was a long weekend, including
actually, Owen was away and in work, like other Owen, not Scottie.
Yeah.
Work Owen. And he was disappointed. He couldn't understand that we didn't have Halloween off, because Halloween is obviously Tuesday, and we have the bank holiday off, which is the Monday. But because this is only he's working 2 years with me, but this is the first year that Halloween isn't on the weekend. So in his head, he always had Halloween off, and I said, no, Halloween isn't the holiday. It's the bank holiday Monday that's a holiday, and Halloween obviously changes or whatever, and he couldn't understand that. Poor Owen.
It is. It makes sense actually. Yeah, Halloween's usually like on a. I don't think we've ever had it on like a Tuesday or Wednesday in a long time.
No, well, the last two, anyway, because I checked back just to try and give him a little bit of credit that he had it off or whatever. So the last two has been on weekends anyway.
Interesting. Right. Well, my weekend, because I didn't have any major plans, but Friday, nothing. And then Friday night. Did something Friday night. Maybe I just had a few drinks at home. Can't remember Friday night. That was Jesus.
Nice. Home drinking.
Imagine that's only a few days ago. Saturday then we went into this Puka festival thing. And it was not really it was just okay. But it got a great turnout. Great crowds. That was what was good about it. Like, so it was great to see for the town in Trim.
There's a big I was in on Friday night before, because we didn't go until Saturday, and we walked around. And did you see the projection up on the side of the castle? I thought that was really good, and it said the story about the festival and all that.
It was awesome. Yeah.
But then there was some Fáilte Ireland person coming around doing surveys, so I got caught doing that.
Oh, no.
I know.
How long did you have to spend with them?
6 minutes, I think it was.
It cost money.
And he was just nice about it. I'm thinking, I'm standing here anyway, but I'm trying to watch what was going on. Like,
of course. Yeah, well, look, there was a fun fair in Trimcastle Car Park. Trimcastle Hotel's car park. Fair play to them for
there was a crepe stand. Did you get crepes?
No, I'm not into crepes. Sorry. Your
okay. What about pancakes?
Pancakes for breakfast, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like the bubble pancakes at festivals and stuff.
A bubble? Are they like the American style?
Yeah, they're like bubble pancakes, and then they roll them, put ice cream in them.
Never had one of them.
Oh, okay. So anyway, I think it was a crepe stand anyway. So
nice. I'm gonna try those bubble pancakes though. Is that what they're actually called? If I ask for a bubble pancake,
yeah. There's like trailers that do like bubble pancakes.
Okay.
And they put ice cream in them or whatever you want in them.
And then on Sunday, then the young lad woke up with like a fever and a sore throat, and we were like, "Shite, it's COVID." So we tested him loads of times, and he was negative, and we were sure. What can we do?
Can people not just be sick anymore?
I know.
It's the sick season, like, because the temperatures are changing. It's definitely chillier today because it's closer to autumn, and the clock's changed.
But we had that kind of scenario of, sure, it's not COVID, he'd be fine. But then we were thinking, well, he does have a fairly high fever, and there probably is something there. And
he's all right now today, though.
He's grand today, not about him. He was fine all day anyway. But we just said at like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, we said, should we ring the doctor on call for a bit of advice anyway? And we rang doctor on call, and they said, sure, you better bring him over. And we brought him over.
Bring him over where?
To the doctor on call in Navan, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And great system they have now, because remember the old one in that Portakabin?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was never there, but I seen it.
Oh, the one in the Portakabin at Navan Hospital was...
And now you're in the building?
It's a fancy building there by Academy Square. Fancy, and it was just
Academy
nice
Square?
system.
So it's not in the hospital?
No, it's gone out to Academy Square, and you know where...
On Academy Street, like?
You know where your man Trevor's car sales place is? Across the road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's in there now. And it was a big fancy building, and it had like 2 doctors. It was like, I was in and out in 20 minutes. Great system. But anyway, he has a virus and he's on antibiotics for it now.
Oh.
But that was my Sunday. And then today, just DIY, wash the car. You know, you wash the car on the bank holiday Monday.
Did you fill any holes?
What holes?
You know, a little bit fillers.
Oh,
Expanding foam.
no, didn't do any interior.
Did you like the pictures? And I said, when we were in that cottage, you could see the gap between the wall and the ceiling, and they just had cut out the timber just to fit in.
I couldn't stop thinking about it.
I'll tell you, I'll send that to John. John loves seeing gaps that he needs to fill in with
stop thinking
expanded
about
foam.
it. I was actually I would book it and bring a bottle of
Expanded foam.
So I couldn't sleep that night. Now. Jesus.
The door wasn't actually working right.
Was the wind pissing in then?
No, well, it was a half door, but the little bolt was broke to make it into one door. So you kept opening it separately, like. And I was like, I can't have that. So I managed to get a lump of wire and put the wire down through it and like wound it together.
Oh, did you play MacGyver music when you're doing it?
So the door opened together, and then Sarah was telling Jane about me fixing the thing in the camper van as well, handing it back in better nick.
That's class, actually. And there's another segment, Bertie fixes people's houses.
Yeah, I just don't know. When you see something broke, it's just like, we were going to be there for 2 days.
Yeah.
And it would have been an iron opening the door.
Mm.
It's like, what does Scottie a segue, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this is going to follow into something else. So this is other news, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like in Friends when Joey saw Chandler's bedroom door in half, and he went to come out of it and he fell over the bottom half.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of, the door was kind of like that. You were pushing the top of it, and the top was opening, but the bottom wasn't. You can't have that all weekend. Like.
No, can't have that all weekend.
And speaking of Chandler, obviously,
poor Chandler.
He died over the weekend.
Yeah.
Drowned in a hot tub.
Yeah, and was he married or unmarried, wasn't he?
I don't think he was married or anything, no. He was putting up Instagram posts and all that, but people say it's a bit suspicious.
As in,
for some reason.
it was a bit shady, as in he might did it on purpose.
I don't know, yeah, and some lad was reviewing his Instagram post over the last couple of days as well, and he was putting up a lot of like Batman-related things. And I think in his book he said something about like, when he's in trouble he put up the bat signal and someone will come help him, and I have no idea whether that's connected or people are clutching at straws or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Some of them kind of think conspiracy theories are kind of drawn out a bit extra, aren't they?
I know it says a hot tub or a jacuzzi, but like the one he was in was huge. It wasn't like a little tub, like
a swimming pool.
Oh, it was pretty much like a swimming pool, to be fair.
I don't know. I seen in the news anyway. They're investigating it in some way. They're going a bit deeper down into the reasons of his death.
I love Friends. I think I impressed Jane over the weekend with my Friends knowledge.
Class.
She was asked me like 100 Friends questions.
She a big Friends fan?
Yeah. She likes it anyway. Do you ever know, like, even though you think it's your special subject, there's always questions that either you can't remember the answer or you're not sure of.
Yeah.
And then you get annoyed over it. It's like, I should have known that. Should have known that one. We also played this game with, you have a card and there's words in the card, but you can't say that word and you have to describe it for the other person to say it.
Yeah.
And there's 5 of them and you have to get it in 30 seconds.
Right.
Enjoyed that now. That was good.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I like them games. Especially when you're...
I was better at it than I thought I was going to be at it.
It's like the Waffle Game, technically.
Yeah, actually, we should get an egg timer for the Waffle Game. That's what we should get, because there was an egg timer, because that was 30 seconds.
But we have phones to do that.
But the egg timer would be like, you could zoom in on the egg timer as like
that'd be class, actually.
Everything goes through and put in like tense music.
I'll order one on Amazon. Perfect.
I actually will have to come up with some kind of Waffle Game before the end. I was saying that to Scottie last week. I don't know if you're going to find the same.
Yeah.
That when there's only 2 of us, it's very hard like to tune out to search for something or to look up things.
Yeah, because you have to fully listen.
Yeah. Where there's 3 of us, obviously, like 2 can talk while 1 types away.
Yeah. Well, look, I've 5. I'll have a Waffle Game for you. I have 5 questions for you.
Oh, you have 5 questions?
Yeah, and then you're going to have to see how many you get right then.
Oh, so it's questions rather than thing.
Well, no, it's going to be a question of name 5 things.
Oh, okay. So it is the Waffle Game.
Yeah, it is the Waffle Game.
Maybe we should have done a Friends quiz in honor of Chandler.
Technically, my one is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I literally just thought of it now.
Okay.
We've got news.
That was news. Have you actually new segments?
I have news as well.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I'll do Scottie's bit. Hang on.
Because Scottie is away and he was like such an expert on the news, I thought the shoes to fill now would be the 2 of us have to say the news.
Oh, okay.
So you had your news and I'm going to say my news. Now hang on a second. Let me put my glasses on.
Probably just should look up Lad Bible.
Yeah, just glad Bible stories. So, and you might agree and you might not, right? Restaurant charges an extra £40 to to adults unable to parent their children. So if you're in a restaurant and the kids are misbehaving, you get charged. That's in the US though. What do you think of that?
For noisy kids?
For noisy kids.
Was like, what are the basing on, like noise pollution?
Basically kids running around like lunatics.
Oh.
Yeah.
And £40. That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
$40. And then in other news, I go to a lot of Chinese restaurants, and I always order Chinese beer. You don't drink beer, but
No.
I always order Chinese beer because it matches with the food, right? It's just
Okay.
It's traditional. You just order Chinese beer in a Chinese restaurant.
And are Chinese restaurants like obviously better than Chinese takeaway? No.
Technically, they're both the same thing, aren't they? They just have takeaway in front of the restaurant.
Oh, but the fancy Chinese restaurants, no.
Yeah, but they do takeaway as well.
Okay.
Like China Garden, say. Would you call that a takeaway?
That's a
or
fancy Chinese.
Yeah, but they have a takeaway section.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was only ever in there once.
Yeah, and Wow Chinese has a takeaway and a restaurant.
Which one's right? Beside Ted's, is it?
No, besides above Sally Rogers.
Oh, yeah.
And also Buzzaba, they have takeaway and restaurant.
What's Buzzba? Where's that?
Beside Ted's.
Oh, that's the one beside Ted's.
And then there's Marigold up beside Trim Hardware.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a classic. That's been there years.
That's there longer than I am. But anyway, I always get this beer called Qing Tao, which is a Chinese beer. It's really nice, really tasty. And I'm never going to drink it again. Because
Why?
the Chinese brand, there's a video that went viral on YouTube or on TikTok and Instagram, everywhere, of a guy that's kind of walking around the vats, like, let's say, like loose beer or whatever. There's a guy walks around in wellies squishing things. And he's just like stopped midway, took out his pee-pee and started peeing all over the beer things. Like absolutely disgusting. and people only found out because it was videoed. God knows how long he did it hard comfortably, as if to say, I do this regularly.
Yeah, this is exactly what I do the whole time.
I do this every single day.
Oh dear.
This video makes no difference. So, and basically the moment that the video went out, like the stock of that beer brand just collapsed and stuff like that. So, but I'll never drink that beer again.
Did it ever have like a urine-y taste or smell?
I don't know, because God knows every beer I've had probably had his pee in it. So I probably don't know the difference. I probably don't know peeless Cheng Tao. I've only had it like 4 times in 4 restaurants.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so it kind of put me off that.
It would do. And it's hard to tell because beer kind of has a urine-y colour, to be fair.
Urine colour, and look, it's probably, I was thinking then after, it's probably diluted so much that wouldn't even notice anyway. Sure, it probably goes across 1 million bottles, that one vat.
Well, that's true then. What's next in the news?
This is the last bit of news.
Last bit of news.
Charity shop in the UK asks people not to donate their sex toys. People were donating second-hand sex toys to the charity shop. So they had to actually put up a Facebook post to say, please don't donate your sex toys. That is disgusting.
I'm not sure whether that's something that you needed to be told about, to be fair.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they had to put it up on Facebook to tell people not to do it, which is terrible.
A lot of people are putting up Christmas decorations already. I'm not happy about it.
I was in Choice there today, and they had like the whole Halloween section was broken down into one section, and they had all the Christmas stuff out already. It was as if like Halloween was already over before. They had Halloween stuff all half price, and now the Christmas stuff's out. Well,
it's not even November yet. Although actually nothing really happens in November, to be fair. November is kind of one of those months where it's really long and nothing happens because we don't have Thanksgiving in Ireland. So you kind of back to school, back to college in September. Then obviously into October, then Halloween is coming, and then November is kind of what's happening in November, and then you're just waiting for the 1st of December, really, aren't you? Yeah,
but a lot of hotels and stuff like that kind of have their Christmas trees up already and stuff. I've heard. I think I think that's it. Once Halloween's over, it's Christmas theme. Like you'll see all the ads, you'll see Christmas.
Yeah, I know what's to do with retail and all that and everything, but I don't know. You kind of lose the buzz if it happens too early. It's like everything. If you it happened to me with Cheerios. You eat Cheerios every day for near the year, and then you don't eat Cheerios again. And same with Christmas. If Christmas starts in like October, again, it's actually Christmas. It's just like Christmas.
Yeah, well, like the Brown Thomas Christmas shop kind of opens in August. So in August it does, yeah, like because they launch it and stuff like that.
The year is just getting smaller and smaller.
Anyway, it's Halloween,
Yes, so we
Gotta
talked
stay
about
in our-
Halloween.
We've got to stay in our Halloween subject. Our Christmas episode next week.
Next week.
So
we'll all have our Christmas jumpers on next
yes,
week.
perfect.
Did you see any good Halloween costumes? We're going to do Halloween in retrospective because Halloween is over.
Like you're saying in my life, or like yesterday, or over the week.
Oh, over the week, I suppose, yeah.
No, I haven't seen anybody dressing up on Halloween over the week. No.
Oh, okay. There's a good one, Mary Lou McDonald.
Oh, that is actually excellent. Actually, yeah.
She looks quite like Mary Lou.
Her hair and everything like her.
That one's a good one with the Fanta. So you've red hair, empty Fanta bottle on
Oh,
top.
brilliant.
Pouring the
We'll have
cup.
to put these up on our Instagram so people know what we're talking about.
And then that's a tinker there now, Electric Ireland bill.
Oh, Jesus.
That's scary enough to be fair.
Scary.
I like the one someone carved a pumpkin, but it was your engine management light.
Oh, brilliant.
Just to be scary,
I've
like.
seen that one. I like the costumes where, you know, when you put on the trousers, but it looks like a man is carrying you.
Oh,
You know
this
them
one here
ones?
is it?
I love
Like an
those
alien,
ones.
like.
Yeah, I love those ones. I think they're the most ingenious ones.
Did you see the one with the dog and it looks like the dog is carrying the beer?
Yeah.
Like the box of beer. That's
I
going
know
there.
it's class. I think they're all genius ones because it kind of messes with your vision, your eyes.
And then a kid dressed up as DJ Carey. He had like the thing for your nose out of the hospital, like.
The phone cable.
And notes wrote on stuck on them, like.
Brilliant. Only some people know what that means, and it's even better.
I still think one of the best ones was from the school, and a little kid came in, and I think he was in second or third class, and he has a brother in like sixth class, and I can't remember the names or whatever. I probably can't say them now, but he just came in a little bag,
Right.
and it's like, oh, why are you in a little bag? Why are you dressed up? And he goes like, I can't remember his brother. Says brother's name is Mark. Oh, I'm Mark's little brother. I might have said that last year as well, but I still think
Little
that's
brother.
yeah. I still think that's a tinker, yeah, and it's
Yeah.
cheap as well because obviously, have you ever tried to buy a costume? They're not cheap.
I think back in the day when we were going to, remember them days where we were young and we had to go to like fancy dress parties?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Or a pub. We were going to the pub.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I've bought Halloween costumes, but it's definitely
They are fancy. They're like 50 quid. I'd say you'd have to buy. You'd have to spend 50 quid in a good costume.
Oh yeah, but gotta be what it is with the sheet for the ghost.
Yeah, or a black bin bag.
Black bin bag, and then remember those plastic teeth, the Dracula teeth.
Yeah.
Or the witches' long fingers for witches.
Still, as you said, those Dracula teeth, I can taste them. I got that memory. That's mad. That was 26 years ago.
Oh yeah,
but
oops, head off something there.
I have no idea what you're saying. Let me see. Everything okay? Yeah, grand.
Are you under pressure running the desk now without Scottie?
It's actually quite easy. I don't know why he looks stressed all the time. I literally just press the red record button and
away we go.
away we go. And I'll just press on stop, upload to Spotify. What is that? Why does he say he stays up late so much for?
I actually didn't get the carve a pumpkin this year because just because we were away.
That's the pumpkin to be carved over there on the ground as we speak.
Oh yeah, very good. What was it? Was it Halloween 2020? Remember they had to like import the French pumpkins because we ran out of pumpkins.
Yeah, isn't there a pumpkin farm next to you?
Yeah,
doing
Guy's Farm doing the pumpkin patch. I assume last weekend was the last weekend, and it was on every weekend over Halloween or over October.
Yeah.
I might look to see is there any spare ones knocking around. Might carve one myself tomorrow.
Pop in.
See these ones here. My God, like how long does something like that take?
I think there's a stencil you can get for. It's like some of them you go and go, oh, that's amazing. But then there's these stencils you can buy. You just spray it on, and you just trace out the lines.
Oh right. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought someone was drawing that on, and you have to be really good.
There's. I seen in Choice there today that you can. There's like a sheet of paper, and you just put the sheet of paper on it. You draw around it, and there you are. You stencil.
Well, I've the tools, the scoop and the little knives and all. I did try that one with the pumpkin biting the little pumpkin. I've tried that one before.
Oh yeah.
And your standard ghost ones and stuff, and some kind of what do you say? The easy ones.
Yeah.
The laughing faces and all that.
I've always just gone the safe option of a smiley pumpkin.
Yeah, I think just because it's too hard, and then you have to get some of those carvings only suit a specific pumpkin.
Yeah.
Because some of them wouldn't.
Because of the shape and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
I'm always kind of, when you're carving a pumpkin,
It's big.
what's the limit of how much? Like obviously you take out the insides, but how close do you go to the skin to scoop out?
Well, the skin is actually quite thick on the pumpkin, so you're just taking out all the loose bits.
Yeah, but no, some of it is quite thick where like it's pointless then. If you put a candle in it, you won't see a thing through it. So you have to scoop it out a good bit, like scrape the hell out of it.
Well, you're only meant to see whatever design you're done. If the wall is too thin, then the whole thing will be lit up, will it not? I've never scooped that. I just scoop out all the loose stuff.
I thought the whole pumpkin was meant to be a bright orange, and then
no, I've never scraped that much off the wall.
I've been pumpkining wrong all my life.
Yeah, you've been pumpkining wrong.
Right.
I think we talked about the history now last year, so we don't want to repeat ourselves.
No.
But
trick or treating, Bert. I'll be going trick or treating tomorrow night with the kids.
Yeah, so we're recording on Bank Holiday Monday because although Scottie's available on Tuesday with his social calendar from stuff, because he's not gigging or anything, he's just missing tonight to go to the his social outing, I guess, because he thought that was actually last Monday and it wasn't. You couldn't do the podcast on Tuesday because obviously you've little people in your life.
Yes.
Did you want to bring trick or treating?
Family. Family has to. I suppose once a year, you can't ignore them. So yeah, bringing the kids trick or treating. But the difference is, like I didn't grow up in an estate, same as you.
Yeah.
So like this is handy. There's like at least 200 houses here that we can walk around, and our bags will be absolutely jammered, guaranteed.
Is there a resident newsletter to say about Halloween?
No, not yet.
On what to do? Is it? Do you all go together? Like all the kids go together, or do you all go different times?
I think there's a click. Like we're kind of only in this estate 2 years now, so there's a click already. Like we go trick or treating, it'd just be the four of us, but then we come across these groups of 12 of like 3 mammies and daddies, and you'd be like, "Oh hi, how are you?" We're just on our own. We're loners.
Oh yeah, because I would have thought like that they would have like organised for all the kids to go around at the same time instead of in the house instead. Because like that, I'm not a house and estate person, so
there's a lot of there's gangs that do it. I guarantee there is gangs. There's like
and
gangs.
you just doing this estate?
We'll do this loop and maybe these houses up on the left or right. We won't go too far. We'll keep it.
And you went trick or treating last year as well.
Yeah, but it was lashing rain.
Oh,
absolutely.
There's a possibility it could be lashing rain tomorrow.
No, Google says it's not going to rain tomorrow
really?
night. Yeah, so happy out. But last year it was thundering down. It was the worst rainfall we've had, and it was thundering. So it was a horrible night. So we didn't go for it.
So you didn't go last year? Because I was actually going to ask you what did they do now this year? Because do you know the way everything gets not cancelled, but like everything changes over time. So, like, is it still bars of chocolate and sweets, or is it like...
It's pre-packaged Haribo packs and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's anything, I think because since COVID as well, anything that's individually wrapped rather than loose gummy bears.
And does anyone just leave a thing out the front that don't want to be bothered?
Haven't seen that yet.
Oh.
No.
It's definitely harder out the country. I think I only went trick-or-treating once, and I think we were maybe 11 or 12. Were we in 6th class, or were we just thinking, like, it was our last chance and none of us had done it before.
Yeah.
And we went that year because we were walking on the road ourselves and we walked around to all the houses. But even at that, when you're out in the country, it takes ages because obviously not many houses are beside each other.
Yeah, like what did we have to do when we were in the countryside? Because like it was like you'd probably walk half a mile or a mile and you'd like 7 houses. Well,
I know that they used to do like little things in like Boarsmill Hall and stuff. And I remember going to fancy dress things and dressed up as like a vampire and stuff, going to things like that.
Yeah.
And then it becomes that kind of dressing up. It's funny because when you hit like 13 to maybe 18, 17, the dressing up part of Halloween is not cool.
Yeah.
It's not cool. So it's about a bit of devilment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the fancy dress becomes back being cool again when you're like 19 and 20, doesn't it? Because you're going out and stuff.
Yeah. No, definitely when we were younger, like I'd say 12, 13 maybe, we were up to mischief. Like the guards were called on us once. We had to hide in the field. We were basically letting off fireworks. You know them days.
Yeah. Well, do we have to do a disclaimer in case anybody's listening? Don't do these things.
Don't do fireworks. But yeah, no, we got guards were called once and we ran into a field. And I'd say it was like one of the people, the houses rang the guards. And we ran into a field and hid in the ditch. Didn't the guardie open the gate and drive a circle around the field? But we were so well hidden in the field.
They were committed to finding you anyway.
They were committed. But they drove around the circle in the field. We were so well hidden in the ditch. Obviously, it was pitch dark. So they just drove back to trim. But that was a tense moment for us as young lads. But we had a family that went trick-or-treating the day after trick-or-treat night.
Oh, to get all the
Like
leftovers, is
Like
it?
at 2 or 3 o'clock in the day.
Oh, wow.
They just walked around like, and they would have just wore bin bags. And sure, all my mother had back then was like, at that time was just oranges. She just gave them oranges and apples.
Well, that's just better than nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, but we had nothing to give them. Like,
Yeah, I remember like we would have been maybe 16, 17. You used to always meet across his house.
oh yeah,
And then a few fireworks and letting off screamers and stuff like that. And you'd go down to the cross and hang around and set things on fire.
Jesus, lunatics, lads,
And
lunatics.
There was a tradition years and years ago of switching people's gates around.
As in, you could take the hinges off the gate.
Yeah, so like houses would have like obviously gates. I don't know whether people have gates that are easily taken off nowadays with electric gates and all that. But you used to just swap the gates around. That was a thing apparently.
This is the first I heard of it. And did you do that?
No, this is like years and years ago. This is not when we were knocking around. Like I remember Dad telling me about it.
So basically, you turn a gate that would be an innie to an outie.
No, you take like the neighbours' gates and switch them. Like.
Oh no way! That's even funnier.
Yeah, so I don't know. That sounds like a lot of effort on Halloween, but yeah, that's what done to switch the gates around.
That is hilarious.
Although what you said there with the gate going the other way, that would also be funny.
That would be hilarious as well. I hope that trend kicks in again.
Yeah, I don't know.
We should put that up on Instagram. See,
Because like that, I think Halloween at times was more about pranks.
Yeah.
Rather than maybe because that's where the trick comes into play and the treat. Yeah, I would have like moved things around on people or move people's bins.
Oh, you're a rebel.
If it coincided with like bin day or something.
Jeez, they're listening to this now, and you're like, it's him.
But it was all harmless enough and kind of putting black cats and things and blowing them up.
Oh yeah. Black cats experimenting with black cats was incredible.
Yeah.
Putting them in Coke bottles, putting them underneath things.
Yeah, I think like that's harmless enough. Well, obviously, if you have to be careful as well. But then there's also people that throw them at each other or aim fireworks at other people, which isn't cool at all.
Yeah,
fair.
One I got back in school. I got one. We were all in a circle, and he lit it, and then we legged it, and he threw it, and one landed like almost down the back of my shirt, and it just fell out because I went like this. But if it was stayed in there now, it would have blew up me spine nearly.
Yeah, because I don't know if they do black cats anymore, but they were dangerous.
They were lethal yokes.
And there was no consistency in the, do you call it the wick when it's not a candle?
It was just
the fuse.
Miniature dynamite sticks.
You might have left school before it happened because I remember out the back at the pitches in the community school there was like a container where you used to change for PE and stuff. And we weren't in at the time. I think it was third year or something. And first year threw a black cat in, and because it was in a shipping container, the bang that was at the lads hearing, I think they were affected for a few days afterwards.
No doubt.
And the boom and
you'd hear that bong.
Yeah, because the black cat itself wasn't that loud, but you put that in a 20-foot container.
I'm getting a memory of this. I think I was around that.
Oh, maybe
time.
you were. Maybe you were.
I definitely wasn't in it, but I remember being around at the time of a banger going off in a container.
Yeah. See, stupid, irresponsible stuff like that.
But your
ruins Halloween for everyone.
Kids, eh? But yeah, look, will we move on to a waffle game? Or?
Is it time for the waffle game? You said you had an interesting one, so go on.
Well, I have to Google it. Hang on a second now.
Okay.
Got any interesting story to keep the audience busy?
Yeah, the only other thing that I had to do was, I don't know why I came across this earlier, was rules from around the world. Because I had looked up something about Halloween, and then this came in, and I thought it was interesting, because a few of these I didn't really know of. That, I'll rattle through a couple of them. In Capri, no idea where Capri is. I was full sure Capri
Italy.
was a Ford. That's what I thought a Capri was. It's in Italy, is it?
Italy, yeah.
Oh, it's an island, is it? Okay, so it said to keep the island clean for visitors and residents, dog owners must clean up the streets if their dog poops on it. If not, they will trace it with DNA, and the dog owners will be fined 2,000. That is hardcore on the war against dog pooping in the street and not picking it up. And then chewing gum is not allowed in Singapore, which is weird. So it's like the possession of chewing gum, you could be fined. It's basically illegal to have chewing gum in Singapore.
Is it? Oh, because of the dirt, like.
It must be, yeah. And then flushing the toilet at night in Switzerland is considered noise pollution, and you can also be fined for that. Which is a weird, strange one as well. Then a place in Canada, Oshawa. It's forbidden to climb trees. You can also get fined. Yeah,
Jesus.
that's mad, isn't it?
That is crazy.
And then in Turin, if you don't take your dog for 3 walks a day, you can get fined also.
Jesus. I'm going to get life.
3 walks off. Now, maybe in cities it'd be a bit different because they're obviously in apartments all day.
Yeah.
So that's probably fine. You have looked up something for the Waffle Game?
Game for you.
It's that time, you know the name. It's the reason we all came. Find the words that are the same. It's that time to play the Waffle Game.
This is a Friends-related question because you were at your glamping experience. And
Yes.
you said you were very good at Friends.
Yes.
So, and in honor of Chandler Bing's recent passing,
Yes.
can you name 5? Oh, we do better 30 seconds, will we?
Oh, well, I'll time the 30 seconds if you want.
Okay.
Hang on there now. Just put in the code. Go to clock. Go to stopwatch. Or will we do a countdown timer for excitement purposes?
Countdown.
Okay.
More
alright.
exciting.
So whenever you're ready or you want me
Okay.
to...
So after I finish the question,
Yes.
can you name 5 of Chandler Bing's girlfriends?
Oh, Janice.
Mm-hmm.
Catty.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the leg... the fake leg. I can't remember. Monica, of course. And marrying her. And another one... I'm struggling now with the last one. Can't remember your one with the...
He had like 8 to choose from.
He had 8 to choose from.
Yeah.
Oh my god. My time's up, I know.
Oh, bless. Well, you definitely got 4 anyway.
Oh, did I?
So the ones that you missed were Ginger.
Ginger's the one with the fake leg. Joey threw it in the fire.
That was it. Julie
Julie
Graff. She didn't get much screen time. She's the one that was in summer camp.
Oh yeah, that he called fat.
A slight case of miscommunication.
Oh, okay.
Both of them matured.
Oh yeah, that's who Julia Roberts was. And she took all his clothes and left him in the cubicle naked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Missy Goldberg. I don't remember her actually.
Missy.
She was a big supporter of music. I don't think they could have got along with her. Missy's band. She was in a band.
Oh, that is the one where from college, was it? And Ross ended up being with her, and it came out years later.
Kathy.
Possibly. Yep, that's the one that she cheated on Joey with him.
Yes.
And then cheated on, it was a Rick.
Yes.
Yep.
And then Joanna. Do you remember her?
Oh yeah, Joanna. Yeah, they kind of dated all right. That was Rachel's boss.
Rachel's boss.
Yeah.
You are good at
She
this.
had mascara goop in her eye the whole time.
You are
Well,
really good.
this is great. We should do it again sometime.
Yeah. And then there's a Jill Goodacre.
Jill Goodacre. Well, they were when the electricity went out, Chandler was stuck in the ATM vestibule with Jill Goodacre, and he choked on gum.
That's right. She had a good breath because of her stash of gum.
Yeah.
That is
You're
crazy.
gonna-
Bertie, you are good at this. You're eerily good at this.
Yeah. Well, when you watch it so many times,
Yeah.
I guess that's probably why. Is that? Do you want to do one back, or we have it done now?
I'd say we're done.
Okay. Now
That was the best waffle game ever. I don't think we can beat that one.
Yeah, well, I over the weekend when I was being quizzed on as well, I kept giving extra information that wasn't on the answers.
Like bonus answers.
Yeah, so they couldn't clarify whether like all of it was right because it wasn't obviously in front of them or whatever. But as I was saying, it's annoying when you get something that you know, and you just can't remember like something really specific or whatever. But like I was saying, I watched Friends when it was on at 9:30 on Network 2, the first time it came out, and you used to have to wait. So for people of a certain age, you don't realise that you had to wait a week for the episode to come out. And then when all 20, 21, 22, 23 episodes, you had to wait the whole year. And there's no Google to find out what's coming up in season 2 or when is season 2 out or anything like that. So
I have an eerie thing actually. I was watching back when Chandler passed away.
yes.
My wife was watching Netflix, and at the exact episode, Chandler was talking to Ross.
Yeah.
And he said they were talking about Ross like having so many girlfriends and stuff like that. And basically Chandler said, "Oh, you don't want to die alone." Oh no, Ross said, "I don't want to die alone." And Chandler was like, "Oh yeah, well, what would happen? You'd drown?"
I hate this. I just keep striking out. I don't get it either. I mean, you're obviously desperate.
You're asking women how they want to be killed.
Oh, this is great. Rachel's gonna keep kissing guys until she finds the one she wants, and I'm gonna die alone.
By drowning, or?
Isn't that weird?
That is a weird reference that he said that too.
Because he did die alone.
I don't think I've seen anybody reference that part
No,
actually.
and we probably could. Maybe we should share that on our page.
Yeah,
just
maybe.
that actual screenshot. But it is eerie that he said that line. He said and Chandler did die alone by drowning.
And a lot of people put up the picture of when Joey moved out. I remember he looks at
Give him
the seat
the
beside
hug
him,
and stuff like that.
and there's no one in the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
But
sad too.
we
But
should
yeah.
we should probably try and screen grab that one.
Yeah, one is about 1350 or 1348, is that what it said?
1353.
Yeah, episode 13. What season that? That's a late season. That's season 9 or 10, is it?
Episode 13.
Just in case anybody
Doesn't
wants to really go.
It is season. Doesn't
9.
really say. Oh,
Season 9.
Season 9,
Yeah.
episode 13.
There you go.
Yeah, eerie, isn't it?
It is a little bit saying that, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, very sad.
Shell bombs?
Shell bomb.
So, well, no, that's not the shell bomb. We're going on to the shell bombs.
Okay, well, can I have it as a shell bomb? I'll think it's a shell bomb.
Yeah, you can use that as a shell bomb if you want. But recently I've been delving into the world of phrases and where they come from. So the one this week is turn a blind eye. So the phrase turn a blind eye, I don't think I've done this one yet.
No.
Hopefully I haven't. Often used to refer to a willful refusal to acknowledge a particular reality. Dates back to the legendary chapter in the career of the British naval hero Horatio Nelson.
Right.
During 1801's Battle of Copenhagen, Nelson's ships were pitted against a large Danish-Norwegian fleet. When his more conservative superior officer flagged for him to withdraw, the one-eyed Nelson supposedly brought his telescope to his bad eye and blatantly proclaimed, "I really do not see the signal." He went on to score a decisive victory. Some historians have since dismissed Nelson's famous quip as merely a battlefield myth, but the phrase turn a blind eye persists to this day.
I did not know that, actually. That's one of them. Like, usually you can hear stories of what it would mean, but turn a blind eye, I thought it was just someone that was blind in their right eye. You turn it that direction and you don't see what you didn't want to see.
Yeah, maybe.
But no, you're
No,
after
there you
giving
go.
me the actual evidence.
But things about myths and sayings, though, there probably is more than one kind of historical one that comes for all sayings, maybe.
Yeah.
Have you
Interesting.
got a shell bomb, or are you using the channel?
Yeah,
one?
no, I have one there. How, if you were to compare a country to the same width as the moon, what country would you pick?
Well, the moon's big, but it's not that big. The width of, what's a wide country?
There is one country that's the same width as the moon.
Is it in Europe?
No.
Africa?
No.
Asia?
No.
South America?
No.
America?
Australia. I wasn't going to wait for you to say that.
I was
So
going to
Australia,
say
same width.
Australia, but then I was like, you're saying this, so it's probably not the obvious one.
It is the obvious one. It's always the obvious one. Yeah, so
Um,
Australia is the same width as the moon.
Do you know what I was told over the weekend? That Samsung fakes how good their camera is.
Well, how can they get away with that? That's false advertising.
So if you have, if you zoom in on the moon with the camera actually isn't that good at zooming in that you can see the surface of the moon. It actually puts it on your lens.
It AIs the moon.
Yeah. So if you have any white sheet of paper, apparently, or a circle, and you zoom in on it, it'll actually look like the moon.
I'm going to try that out. I have a Samsung.
And there you go. We'll try that later.
Yeah.
We'll tell you next week.
Awesome.
Okay.
Or
Shell
we'll
bombs.
just look out the moon.
Shell bombs.
Shell bomb.